Been farming that salt all day, bro. It's unreal. It's actually crazy. The thing is, I say it's crazy and I'm shocked, but I played World of Warcraft for 20 years. So I really shouldn't be that, like, shocked and whatever. By the way, I did a map off stream while I was uploading for Lenta last night. There's nothing you can do about it, chat. That's right. That's right. I'm a Phantom WoW reroller in WoW. Do you still play WoW? Do we need to call someone? I do think I'm done with PvP until they said the PC lockup issues I'm still facing regardless of what I do. Didn't they have some of the patching for that? Have you tried, like, fucking around with graphics and all that kind of shit, Vivelli? Graphics, Steam, try the desktop launcher, although that shouldn't make too much of a difference. Yeah? Wait, how dare you what? Oh, right. The offline content, God forbid. Does reroll passes cost more gold the more you do it? No. It costs more gold the higher level you are per point. Like right now I'm level 69. Nice. And 1 point costs... Oh, it's a respec guy.
What is it?
1 point is 3.9k. The ascendancy points are way more expensive, but I mean you don't have many of those, so 3.9k. Not a huge deal, right? But it kind of becomes a huge deal if you need to, like, massively respec everything because you got gutted completely, right? That adds up pretty quickly when you have, like, I don't know, we have, like, probably 80 points here, 85 points here, so... Shit does add up. Nam saying brothers and or sisters. Now, because I couldn't sleep last night, what else am I going to do other than,
Need a sec.
other than theory crafting shit? So I want to try a couple things. Just came to mind. And I was asking myself, I was like, well, you know, what do my grenades actually do and stuff like that? There's certainly not a lot of damage. We haven't built into them that much. So there should probably be a vessel for something. Just like the Hailstorm round is a vessel for, like, giga exposure, right? So that means that we can like, what happens if we take Scattershot and put it on frag rounds and stuff, you know? Let's find out. Does that mean we shoot 30 projectiles? Maybe? I don't know. One bolt loader per clip. Fires 10 frags per shot. So yeah, what happens if we do this? Still says fires 10 frags per shot. Spreads projectile skill. Oh, there's not a... Oh, no, this is a projectile skill. Does that graphic look different? Is it more red? Like, I honestly can't tell. What do you guys think? Like, does it look like this cone is substantially thicker with... It kind of does, doesn't it? But this fires 2 additional projectiles, so it goes from 10 to 12. It doesn't split each projectile into 2. Right? At least the way the wording is. But it doesn't update this tooltip, which is what weirds me out, because they've been pretty good about tooltip updates. Now, what happens if we put it into Glacial Bolt? Do we fire 3 of them? Oh my god, I think you do. And they're overlapped. I think you actually... I'm seeing 3 of these, right? I'm not going insane. That is kind of fucking poggers, especially because they don't... I mean... See, I thought that would work for Glacial, but I thought that they would cone out. Like, it'd be 1 in the middle and then 2 left and right. And I'd be like, nah. You know, that's pretty good for, like, AoE and big bosses, but maybe not great. But the fact that they shoot in a direct line stack, that's actually super pog. I mean, it definitely looks like there's multiple bolts flying through the air. Right? right? What if we take this out now? Yeah, even the sound's different. For sure it works. For sure it works. Confirm, deny. It's definitely shooting 3. Yeah, you can see it. Interesting. I think we're onto something here.
Squire.
Pull active.
Ready, sir.
I'm not sure how the scatter shot gets affected, though. Supported skills fire 2 additional projectiles. That, to me, means instead of firing 10, you fire 12 in the shotgun blast. But Glacial Bolt has always been 1 projectile that then spreads, which means it goes to 3. So it's much a bigger deal for Cluster Grenade and Glacial Bolt. Brian, man, thanks for getting us up to Corn Dog. By the way, Corn Dog, I was just kidding. Okay, just general statement, by the way, for future. If I ever make fun of you for being a pleb, and I usually only do it to, like, people that have been around for a while and stuff, I literally, like, if you ever, don't ever actually get offended by that, yeah? I'm not, like, trying to bully into subbing. Like, I'm just joking. If you can't sub or don't want to sub, like, that's totally cool. Always has been totally cool for 12 and a half years. I'm just making fun of you so that other people can then make fun of you so that you're traumatized. That's all it is. Okay, so I don't think worth on frag rounds. But I think this is actually really big for Glacial Bolt. Oh, I didn't think about this earlier. This is actually crazy. This is actually super poggers. Okay. So if that's okay, so we put double barrel back on this for sure. The problem is now we lose elemental weapon damage. I mean, these are the same, 25% cold, 25% elemental. It's just cold, so this is the same. The thing is, what do we do with Cluster Grenade? We've also lost 20% damage, but we're triple casting. So if it did 100 damage, it's now gone down to 80, but we cast 3 of them, so we go up to 240. So in theory, this should be fucking insane. Well, I assume what's happening is 3 of them are overlapping, which means that right here, there's like 3 sets of crystals, which means when I pop them, there's going to be 3 explosions, which is what our AoE for trash is all about. If they're replacing each other, though, and all we've done is lose 20% damage on them, that's not good. But I don't think that's the case. You can literally see the bolts go out, and it's not like they shatter when they apply. They all go up. So that should be big in theory. What that's going to be even crazier for are those big bosses that have big hitboxes where I'm just, like, unloading ice under them. And, that's, yeah. But it does come with 20% less attack speed and 20% less damage. But we're firing triple the amount. So, numerically, it should be crazy. Cool. Did G's Icicle need to be shot individually? No, one shot was 1 before. 1 shot is 3 now. So that's 1 shell now, 2. Okay. So, well, I guess we lose a bit more than 20% damage because we also take out the 25% damage. We'll play with it. In theory, it should be better, though. Both single target and AoE. Like, by a decent margin. If we're not feeling it, we're not feeling it, though. The question is what to do with Cluster Grenade. Because it's definitely not a damage vessel, especially if we're not going to use Scattershot with it. So it needs to do something, right? Like, for instance, Hailstorm, not a damage thing, but it applies our heavy exposure. Cast on Freeze, not a damage thing, but it helps apply our curse for minus cold resist. What is Cluster Grenade going to do? Maybe Splinter? Which, I think it helps shred armor. Was it called Splinter? Can't remember now. We actually haven't looked at some of these T3. Oh, well, we did a while ago, and then I was like, I'm going to deal with this later, and then I kind of just forgot. So maybe let's take a look at these right now. Let's take a look at the T3s. Increased effective offerings. Target the location around you. Target the location instead of around you. Inscriptions. Cannot cause freeze buildup. Consume freeze. Nope. Cold exposure. Uncritical hit with cold damage. We're using that already. Extra chaos damage. Combo. Meta gems have increased max energy. Chaos skills. Create cursed ground. Enemies on cursed ground from a supported skill are cursed while within the area. What does curse do? Significantly debuffs the target. By default, the target can have one curse at a time. Yeah, well, we can't even use it. It's curse skills only. Poison. Bleeding. Like, I'm looking for some kind of multiplier. Something that multiplies our damage here, or add some kind of debuff for that, you know. Daze. What does Daze do? Oops. They take 50% more stun buildup when they're dazed for 8 seconds. Cause daze. Consumes an ailment on the target. No. No. Elemental damage, we're already using that. War cries. No consuming freeze. Chaos damage, 50% chance to inflict ailments. No. Or magnitude with ignite on frozen. No. Inflict fire exposure for 8. So no. Which is great, but so no. Launch of rage. No. Fire +1 fire skills. No. Projectiles. No. Or maximum physical damage. I mean, that'd be good on our shotgun blast, not on this. This is not doing that much damage. Curses, cannot ignite, lightning exposure. Enemies killed by hits from supported skills. That's not going to happen a lot. Increased skill effect duration. No. Supported grenades cannot explode before the end of their fuse. Grenades deal more damage. No, it's not a vessel for damage. Minion skills, lightning skills. Mana flash charges. Deal less damage, less movement penalty while using the skill. Electrocuted enemies. Crossbow reload speed. I mean, that's nice, but not for grenades. Magnitude of shocks. Support physical skills. Cooldown recovery rate. Consume 10 rage. We don't use rage. Aggravates bleeding. We don't bleed. Mana. Ignited enemies. Crit dam bonus. Less damage with hits. Magnitude of... Okay. 2 additional fissures. That's for melee attacks. 20% chance to fire 8 additional projectiles in a circle. It supports only spells. I didn't see anything very interesting there. Auto reload, aftershock, totem placement, accuracy rating. Here, should put totem placement on artillery, I think. Bullseye, knockback, blind. Like, that could be good. Blind, but fully breaking armor. 50% chance to also shock enemies. Supported skills, pen cold, more attack damage. Less cast speed, chance not to be destroyed. Fully break armor when inflicting heavy stun. Break 40% more armor. Cannot break armor. think armor break's probably the direction we're going to go with this. Because that will just add a multiplier for fizz damage done, right? I assume is how break armor works. If an enemy has less armor, they'll take more physical damage. Frenzy charges. Pen's fire res. Mana regen. Font of blood. Ice crystals. Have more life. I don't think crystals explode damage based on their HP. Mental note, Glacier. Remind me about Glacier once we're done reading these. Life Flask, Heavy Swing, Chaos, Critical Chance, less life on crystals. Minions, energy increase, lightning, pen, leech, attack damage, nope. Nope, that won't work for that. Maim, mana flare, additional combo, we don't use combo, power charge, we don't use, elemental damage, we're using that already. Curse zones from support, not that we'd use it on this anyways. Rage, elemental damage, spells echo, elemental damage. I think Splinter. Break armor equal to 15% of the physical damage dealt by the supported skill. This skill deals only 20% of the physical is converted to fire. So it's predominantly physical. So I think we go with Splinter. Because there's like nothing else like that will help our damage more than it just being shot out for its own damage, which just doesn't do much damage. Splinter. Okay. And then there's probably another break armor combo we could do with this, right? I think there was. Break armor. Yeah, where is it? Supported skills trigger an explosion when they fully break. Break 40% more armor, yeah. So we'll take Demolisher as well. And we'll replace... probably the AoE reduction. So they can do their full damage over a wider area. Okay, cool. What did I say to look at? Glacial, whatever. Right, so to look at that. Converts 100% of physical damage to cold damage. The wall, explosion radius, wall lasts 6 seconds. Yeah, I don't think the wall explosion has anything to do with the ice crystal health by the looks of it. I assume. All right. Cool. Let's see how this goes. I need to look into Ballista too, because this isn't really doing much either. So we need to look if this can be a vessel for anything as well. It's certainly not a big damage dealer for us. Alrighty. Let's see how this feels. It's a lot of ice, dude. A lot of ice. That coming soon one is OP. Yos. Your bedtime around. What do we got here? I don't know what elemental weakness is. Increase rate of items, 40% chance to poison on hit. Oh, goody. Chaos damage, we're very good against that. Spoilers, we're not very good against that. A boss, fetid home of foul generations. Sure. Seepage. I think I have like almost a vessel to work on frenzy stuff, but it would require some passive specking as well. Vivelli that I don't know. I haven't looked into it that much, but I think I can use that kind of stuff if I want. Definitely notice the decreased attack speed, that's for sure. Oh yeah, we're like not picking up leads anymore now. Some quick freezing.
One down. Who's next?
Yeah, I'll pick up some blues. Wait, there's a boss in this map? It's like tight spaces.
Block him in!
Chaos damage, dude. The moving to items when you're trying to like click on an enemy to target, drive me up the wall. Up the wall. It's hideout. Yeah, so the way the hideout works in this is once you get to the end game map, some of these points are literally just hideouts. Like this is my hideout here. There's another one here you can unlock. I think there's 4 altogether you unlock. So you just unlock them early by doing maps. And then it's the same as PoE 1 where you can, like, you know, put where people are and stuff like that. Some attacks do go a long way now. Yeah, I'm digging the triple. The Michael Triple. Advanced Forlorn Crossbow. Don't know how many Alcorbs we have. I think we have like 6 or 7. It certainly puts so many walls out, it's hard for enemies to deal with. Very good defensively, you know? But it could also be... will also trap us in equally, so not forget that part. Ow. Got a shred armor looks.
Lock him in!
Stay in there. Regen health.
Simple enough.
Oh, that's a regen guy. They regen a lot of health.
Need more time.
I'm trying to like look at the numbers while I shoot the grenade and stuff, see what happens, you know? Like a little more attack speed though, that'd be really nice. You get a bonus to move through walls. I mean, you can mostly dodge through walls. Well, if some of it's expired. This was kind of bonkers yesterday, these strong boxes. 11 packs of monsters? Like, they These are way more serious than they used to be in, like, the first game. Give me some of that lag shooting like I was yesterday.
Not yet.
It's so dark here. Some of these guys are just like walking through my walls. It's kind of bullshit though. Are we good? Monsters? Hello? Oh. Monstars? You're drinking 2 pots of coffee a day? I drink 24 ounces of coffee a day. $36 on the upper limit. Like today might be a 36 kind of day, kind of, you know. That's like that's my like, oh man, I really need some coffee today kind of coffee.
Need more time.
Let's get enough shit in here. There we go. Getting freezing because this shit was getting trapped on the door. It was a little annoying.
Gotta stay quick on my feet.
Okay, fine.
Bloody beautiful.
Fine, because now we have our hideout where I set up all the mobs and all the NPCs in a nice little row, so I can just pop, pop, pop.
Speed.
And have my eyeballs fall out every time that happens. 39% increased fizz. Reduced attribute requirement. 10% movement speed. Nope. Nope. +1 to all minion skills. I don't think so. But he's got cells too, doesn't he? I don't know. How many Alex do we have? We have 7. I don't think that's worth.
Greetings. Time is not on our side.
Don't think that is worth. Most pots are 12 cups. Coffee is like 8 cents in an average mug. Bro, you drink 24 cups of coffee a day? No, wait. Well, hold up, hold up. No way a pot of coffee is 12. It depends how big the pot is. Like a home pot, 12 coffees? No way.
Lock him in.
Maybe like 6. Yeah, just saying like Vittorio's saying. No way. Y'all come in at the same time, please.